So here we are at Whinlatter Forest doing a short section on using the right technique for the piece of trail we're riding at any one time. So we're going to take the piece of trail you see behind me, that's this little rhythm section, and we're going to look at a range of techniques we can use to get through this bit both safely, effectively and smoothly. So depending on the momentum and speed you're carrying through on a piece of trail, kind of depends what technique you're going to use. So if you just stay glued to the seat, clearly you're not really in control of the bike underneath you. All that happens is as the bike moves up and down, your body weight is moved with the bike. So you're effectively riding like a passenger rather than riding like a rider. So staying seated on the bike, well, the control's kind of down to the bike and whether the bike will allow you to do it. What we really need is something that's going to allow us to get the speed and the momentum through the piece of trail and allow the bike the freedom to move underneath us. So this is number 2. So that simple act of staying nice and tall, allowing the bike the freedom to move underneath you, means you've got far more control of what's going on. So this is not about you moving backwards or forwards, it's about staying tall, having plenty of space within the cockpit, keeping your legs a little bit open within the chest, and allowing that bike the freedom to move underneath us. That'll keep us very poised on the bike, it'll give us good control, and it'll allow the bike to do its own thing. And that's the second way of getting through the same section of trail. Moving on to number 3. So clearly as our pace increases, we need to do something else with the bike, because if the bike's just rolling through, there'll be a limit to how fast we can actually get through that section of trail. So the easiest thing to do is using the up ramp of the bump, keeping the front wheel nice and light as the bike comes up over the top, driving down with the feet to push the base of the bike into the back end of the bump. That keeps the front wheel nice and light, extends the length of time that the front wheel's up in the air, and we manual through the sections. Carries more speed, gives us more control of what's going on, and we have more momentum behind us running to the next section of trail. Moving on. So the last way we can get through that same section of trail is keep the weight nice and light on the bike, use the up ramp to gain us height, a little pop on the lip, clear the lip, make a nice arcing movement, come down, pump through the backside, we carry our speed through. Our big advantage here is our bike's not going to be influenced by the trail it's going over because we're clearing that section. The key is allowing the lip to give me the height and use my body to dictate how high and how far I want to go. That's the last way of getting through the same piece of trail. So there we have it, one section of trail, 4 or 5 different ways of riding the same thing. All those are based on your the speed and momentum you're carrying into that section of trail, your own personal skill set and skill level, and of course which technique you decide is going to work best for you. The real hard part about all of that is riding into a blind piece of trail, working out which one you're going to do on which piece of trail at which time. That comes with practice.